Hello everyone, hope we find you well. Welcome to this week's podcast where we are bringing you exciting information and exciting interviews from different people from all over the globe. This week we are joined in by one of the best from the city of kings and queens, from Bulawayo. His name is Coach Harry. Coach Harry is, he says that he's a teacher by choice. And he's also a life coach. He's also an author, and he has helped many authors to publish their books. So do sit back, relax, and enjoy this interview as we speak to one of the best, Coach Harry.
Good morning to you, sir. Hope I find you well. Please do introduce yourself to us, to our readers.
Good morning. I'm Coach Harry. My name is Rodwell C. Harinangoni. I was born in Mweneze district of Masvingo in 1976, and I was educated in my primary school and my secondary school in that district. And then I went on to do applied physics at National University of Science and Technology. That's my academic certificates. And then I'm married to Rudo. I have 3 children, Tarisai, Chapiwanashe, and Taropa Fadzwa. That's 2 daughters and 1 son. I think I had answered. I was just saying my last word when it eventually cut.
Okay. All right. So I would say with your years in the teaching industry, over 2 decades, in this season of COVID-19, how relevant is a teacher?
A teacher has always been relevant, but the relevance of the teacher has never been this magnified. In my years, I've seen students take teachers for granted because they could always do things and things like that. And what I found out in the last year of lockdowns and all, we were doing work online, and for the first time, I was disappointed with my A-level result, because the students did not do very well, and the explanation is that we were learning to learn online, we were learning to teach online. There were so many things that were not yet clear. So because of that, we did not impact the students as much as we usually did when we were in class face to face. So that is one thing that I would say. The results may be good, but we are not as good as they are when we were teaching online, when we were teaching face-to-face. Another thing, when we got a chance to open in March to the time that we closed early June, I haven't seen students so hungry to learn. They discovered in the many weeks and months that they were not in the classroom that learning online is not the best method. It is a good method that can be used as a supplement, but as the main course, it is not the very, very best. So for that, every time they came to class, we could see people saying, we don't know if we will be in class tomorrow. We need to maximize everything today. And that is the reality of the matter. Teachers are very important. We can't do without them. Even when they start teaching online, they are the ones who have more learning to do. Right now, I can tell you, we have figured out tools that make this work much easier. The last year, this time, the amount of time that we spend online trying to do this and do that was just too much. But this time, we can prepare a lesson and deliver it in the shortest possible time. It's still more hectic than face-to-face, but we have managed to find tools that make it really more workable. And I'm sure right now students are benefiting much more online than they did last year this time. So the teacher is very, very important part of the education system, and whether they are teaching online or they are guiding in extra lessons, like most students are learning to do extra lesson teachers this time, and whether it's face-to-face, teachers are the most amazing people there are. One other thing that one comment I kept getting from parents, especially primary school parents, is that how do teachers even do this? Because with those that are working online, what they found out is that they had to sit down, learn from what the teachers are doing, and then try to talk about my career as well, my career or my coaching as a profession, because I believe it's another profession that is slowly growing. I'm a certified life coach with ICMF. I am also a certified strategy coach. I'm undergoing a number of certification programs throughout this year. I'm currently going through a certificate in career coaching. I'm also going to be doing a writing and a publishing coaching course later on. This drives from my passion also as a writer. I have 12 published books at the moment, and I want to take publishing as a career to help others. I also have other things that I'm doing along the lines of editing and others for other writers. But I will talk about that a bit later. But as a coach, I'm a hungry coach who is trying to grow as much as possible in a number of fields where my passion is, so that I can help as many people as possible. So as far as my professions are concerned, I'm a school teacher currently. I believe that in the next 10 years or so, I'll probably win myself off the classroom per se, and then probably go more and more into the coaching business. So that's why I put these professions together.
Wow, Coach, that's very interesting. So you mean to tell me that you've been a teacher for the past decade, or is it 2 decades or a decade?
This is my 22nd year.
Wow, 2 decades, and you've been in the classroom. And one of the things that I love that you're talking of is you are also learning. So tell me something. You are a teacher and you are a life coach. And why is it that you're still studying? Why is it that you are still acquiring certification when you have all these things happening behind the scenes?
What I strongly believe is that there are many things that we can do naturally, because we are talented. God gave us the talent, but the world does not know that. The world needs proof. Like, for an example, right now I'm going to be doing a publishing coaching certificate. I've written 12 books and I have published them all myself, and that means I'm qualified as a coach already in that area. Right now I have published dozens of other books for people. There are a number of bestseller books that are out there that I published. I have edited scores of books for people. I've proofread many others, and we could talk of over 50 books that have got my fingerprints that are out there in the world. So as a coach, I am qualified to edit a book, to publish a book, but I believe that when I stand up and say I am a publishing coach without a certificate, some people may not buy into that, but it's for the people. It's not like I doubt my services or my abilities. There's enough products to prove that I can do this. But usually, when you are dealing with the public, with the world, they want something that says you say you are. Tell tell us. I am a school teacher. I've been a great teacher. I believe there are enough results to prove that I'm a great teacher. But I sat down at some point and say, I am going to go and do postgraduate diploma in education so that I can be seen as a qualified teacher. My degree makes me a teacher allowed to teach. But when I do certificate in education now, it's something that gives me a certain position to be able to impact people comfortably for them.
Wow.
For me.
No?
Okay.
So, Coach Harry, please tell us, do you have any advice for any students that you are teaching, that you're coaching, and even to your fellow teachers and to even parents, especially in this season and period of the lockdown and online learning and all that? Please, do you have any advice for them or to any listeners out there?
The most important thing to take note of is that COVID is a season, and like all seasons, it will pass. And when the COVID season is past, what is going to happen to all of us is we will go back to life, normal. It may not be as normal as it used to be, but it's going to be normal. And 10 years from now, the employer will still look at your certificate and judge it according to the grades that are there. You won't be given a chance to look and say, sorry, you remember we are that stream that wrote in the 2020-2021 where there was COVID. That's why our results are bad. You will be judged against everyone, including people who will be in school 5 years from now and those who were in school 2 years ago who were not affected by COVID at all. So the important thing is to focus and put everything in academics, because if we don't do that, what is going to happen is that it is going to affect our results negatively, and when the results are affected negatively, the impact of negative results remains whether we are aware of it or not. That is the reality of life. Those who judge our performance are not going to look at circumstances. It's a fact that different people learn in different schools, but when the results come out, everyone is put on the same scale. Let's see what we got. So backgrounds, pandemics are not going to be considered in terms of what the employers at least are going to look at 10, 20 years from now. Your children will still want ice cream when they come from school, and you need to be earning enough regardless of what we are going through right now. So my advice is, let us get the best out of this season. Every season has its best and worst. We've seen the worst of COVID, but we can still derive the best through this season, regardless of whatever everything else is like at the moment. So a positive attitude goes a long way in helping us manage ourselves and the pandemic as a whole. So that's what I would say is my advice at this particular point.
All right, thank you so much, Coach. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. The advice was, let's get the best out of this moment. So thank you so much, Coach, for this amazing period that we have had to converse and learn from you. Thank you so much, and God bless you.
Thank you very much.
All right. Cheers, Coach. Have a good one.
Bye-bye.